How have you seen Mexico's role in the global economy change since your presidency?
Well, I guess this president, which is showing great leadership, international leadership, el Presidente Peña, is taking steps forward, making Mexican economy back to be very competitive and very productive.
Right.
So he has launched three key reforms, constitutional reforms. One has to do with education, one has to do with fiscal income, taxes, and the other one, a very strategic move, is the one that has to do with energy, both oil and power, as well as infrastructure. I think this, that finally has been possible because we tried it for 18 years, 3 administrations, and we couldn't get it through because we were minority governments. But now it has happened, and this opens new, high opportunities to the future of Mexican economy.
And how do you think, that was my next question, how do you think the energy reform is going to impact Mexico's economy as well as trade with the U.S.?
It's going to be very strong impact because imagine changing a total 100% monopoly in hands of government for more than 100 years. So this is the change. It's a profound change. For the first time, you, and all operators within the energy sector have the opportunity to invest as private investors that could not be done before. So this will bring Mexico huge amounts of investment. I'm working on that myself, on attracting that investment into Mexico. And let me tell you, it's the opportunity of the century to invest in Mexico's oil energy opportunities. And same with infrastructure. So I hope this will accelerate Mexico's economic growth from an average of 3.5% up to 5 or 6%.
And what do you think, what impact do you think that might have on immigration?
Well, of course, creating jobs creates opportunities, and people stay where they find the opportunities. This is the main cause of migration. Let me give you a figure, a fact here. When NAFTA started 20 years ago, the ratio between income on the US side of the border and the Mexican side was 10 to 1. So you would make $1 in Mexico's border or northern Mexico when you could make $10 just crossing the border. That's why migration is so dynamic between our two nations. Different, the border between Canada and United States is a 1-to-1 ratio. You make the same salary in the Canadian side than on the US side. There's no reason to migrate. You cross back and forth without any problem. Now, the great thing about NAFTA is that today, after 20 years, that ratio has moved from 10 to 1 to only 5 to 1. We just have to we keep working in that direction until we reach a 1 to 1. And that will happen in the next 10 years because Mexican economy is growing at a faster pace than US economy. So in 10 years, we'll have a 1 to 1 ratio and nobody will worry about anymore about that border.
And what did you, when you were elected president, how close do you think the U.S. was to passing immigration reform?
Well, we were so close, so thin close. Unfortunately, September the 11th came about and things changed, priorities changed. Security, terrorism became the priority of President Bush administration. And then he forgot about the immigration reform. Today, I hope the promises of President Obama will come true. It's his second term. He doesn't have much more time, and I don't see him so actively promoting the migration law. He should remember about his family, that is a migrant family. He should remember how opportunities came to his family when they migrated into United States. That's what he can gift to this magnificent world of migrants, which are the most respected, most dynamic, most committed kind of human beings, because they're always looking for the best. They're always looking for a better life for them and their families. So President Obama, please move ahead.